Yes, indeed. Another Money Monday. Boy, let me tell you what, I need this one. I went outsourcing today. I couldn't find a damn thing. So I need to get re-motivated for sure. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what Money Monday is for. It's Brendan here, Dad Planet. Welcome if you're brand new. Hey, good seeing you for the first time. If you've been here since day one, always a pleasure. Thanks so much. I love you guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. We're just going to pull 10 monster high dollar amount bolos from the eBay catalog, use them as motivation. Some of these I have sold myself before, so you will find them in stores. And yeah, we're going to just use it as like lighting a little bit of a fire underneath us if things aren't going the way we want them to. I went outsourcing twice today, just not coming up short, but no real home runs. So I might go out one more time once we're done putting this up on the old YouTubes, and then maybe we'll get lucky. But hey, let's get into it. 10 huge bolos, Money Monday. We'll start off with the first one here, which is a mineral oil lamp. It's a rain lamp. This one is from the 1970s, the nude Greek goddess in the middle. These are an easy $2, $3, $4, even $500 if you find one in the wild. And let me tell you, I found one for $10 at a Goodwill, and I think I sold it for somewhere in the neighborhood of $300. I don't really remember, but you will find them. They will turn up. So this is what they look like when the mineral is filled with them, and they run down the little strings, and it looks like it's raining. Very, very cool for those of you that have never seen one before. The engine is usually in the bottom right there. But yeah, this one sold for $399. If you take a look at the recent solds, and these are ones that I sorted that were over $100. So that's one's 400. That one we just looked at, 295 right here, 171. Is the lady there? Oh yeah, she's in there. So they maybe just took the thing apart a little bit. Best offer on this one, 220. Brand, well, this is a pre-owned one for $700. So there you go. That's the highest I've ever seen for a mineral oil lamp. Now I will tell you this: when it comes time to ship them, make sure you have somebody that knows exactly what they're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, or they don't know what they're doing, be careful, because these are delicate. They would crack easy. I went to a FedEx and there were like 3 of us working on getting this thing shipped. So it did arrive in one piece, and even though I never heard from the buyer, I'm assuming it went well because they spent a ton of money on it, and that's that. So it's probably hanging up on display for them. Good for them. 400, 300, even $700 if you find one. Estate sales, you'll see these on estate sales. Check Craigslist. You might see one turn up on Craigslist. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one, which is a image that I can't maximize here, but it is a 1930s embossed glass Planters Peanuts jar. So this one was bid 46 times, up to $390. I don't know what's, okay, so it says it's about 12 inches in height and about 9 inches in diameter. Now, this style in particular, I believe, is a bolo. This same seller sold one from the 1940s. They got $130 for it. You'll see here there's not much in the way of comparable sales, but down here a little bit, it looks like this is the same one, or at least very similar, that got a $300 bid. Another one down here for $250. So, embossed Planters Peanuts jars, obviously $46 for the green one there. You'll get some good money for them, but keep your eye out on that 1930s embossed style, because if you find it, you've got $300. If it were me, I would set my market, again, depending on condition. The glass has to be in good shape. The sign on the front should also be in good shape. I would probably price mine at 400 and see what happens, but just a fun bolo to look at, because you just don't see it that often. So maybe one of us will get lucky. Who knows? Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. All right, so this isn't really a navy bolo so much as it is a Champions reverse weave bolo. I'll maximize the pictures, and I want you to familiarize yourself with the tag. Now, this is one of the older reverse weave Champion tags. There are different iterations as the decades and the years have gone on, but Champion reverse weave in and of itself is a bolo. So the navy crew neck sweatshirt got $400 for it, but if you can take a look right here, vintage Champion reverse weave, what's the keyword I use? Yeah, there have been almost 2,000 sold for that keyword in the last 90 days. and you'll get excellent money for even just regular ones. So this one was brand new, a brand new listing from the 80s. It sold for 45. That's usually an indication that they undersold it. California 45, UCLA. This looks like it's all from the same buyer, or excuse me, the same seller. Arizona State 65 bucks. Tennessee, but they get up into the huge dollar amounts. Here's one, Slippery Rock. Somebody took a best offer. Somebody took a best offer on this one. It doesn't even have a college associated with it. There's the Raiders for 40 bucks. Let's go ahead and do the same thing we did for the other one. Let's sort it by 100 bucks. And this will push us into 119. So there's the Navy one, and it looks like it was relisted from a day ago. 261 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Brown got a best offer. Harvard for 142. I believe in my inventory right now I have Vanderbilt and I have Yale. I think I have Yale listed at 150. And the Vanderbilt one I just listed, and for the life of me I don't even remember what I think listed that one for 30. It's a little bit discolored, so it has some issues with it. Shout out to you, Fortnite. But let's keep going here. Harvard best offer. West Point for 100 bucks. Look at that. Villanova 500 bucks. Let's take a look at the tag. This is from the 50s and the 60s. This is insane. I wonder if we can get a good picture of the tag. Okay, so expansion gusset, is that a keyword that they, yes, that's a keyword that they used. You can see reverse weave at the top. Champion knitwear. Wow, that's an insane find. I'm gonna go back. So anyway, Champion reverse weave. When you're in the stores, look for it. They miss it all the time. Easy money for you. And we'll move on to the next one, which is a vintage Bradford Celestial tree topper. This thing is gorgeous. Now, if anyone tells you like all the money in the world is disappearing, they're out of their minds. Here's an item that is going to be used for no longer than 1 month, and it got 29 bids, and the winning bid was $613 for a thing you slap on top of your tree, and then you put in a box for 11 months. Now, is that nuts or what? And ladies and gentlemen, it's a BOLO. Here's one for $250. There's the one we just looked at. Another, looks like the exact same one for $405. They are advertised, or they were marketed as being unbreakable. So here, yep, there it is right there on the box, an unbreakable Christmas tree top, $170. There's the star again, rotating for $700, one for $120. You'll find this on a cart at Goodwill. So keep your eyes peeled for sure. Even out of the box, doesn't even matter if you have the box with it. 'Tis the season. Yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to whoever bought that item for $600+ because that is bananas. We'll move on to the next one, which is a vintage Westinghouse fan. So vintage electrical fans are a BOLO in their own right. This one I chose because somebody restored it, and the thing is absolutely immaculate. It's just a gorgeous fan. So it looks like gold, like just crisp, clear gold brass. Whoever restored this did an incredible job. So I'm going to take you through some of the pictures. Just look at that fan. Are you kidding me? I'm going to say without the restoration, in average condition, average working condition, cut the price in half, $250 maybe. And this is just a guess. This is just me not doing any other research other than like what I've known in the past about vintage fans. But it was restored and somebody took a shot at it for $585. That is nuts. So vintage Westinghouse fan, over $100. There have been 76 sales in the last 90 days. Here's one that looks like it was refurbished, a dark root beer color. What an awesome keyword to use. 215 bucks. There's one for 125. Here's the gratuitous boob shot for a best offer of 125. Hey, whatever works for you. $255. This looks like the fan that was restored. So there you go, $250. What a guess. I swear I didn't look at that before I recorded the video. It was really just a guess. Another one here, $242. Cobalt blue is an excellent keyword to use. I just sourced a cobalt blue KitchenAid mixer at Goodwill for $100. I have it listed on Marketplace right now for $275, but I think I'm going to put it on eBay because I'm not really getting any bites. The color is impossible to find for that style mixer, so I don't know why it's, it just goes to show you the eBay Marketplace and the Facebook Marketplace, two different types of buyers, okay? It's a lesson we can get into at another time because I could go on about Facebook Marketplace buyers, but that's not the scope of this segment. So we're on to the next one. A vintage 1950 Madame Alexander sissy doll. So she looks like she's got an original dress and an original hat. This is an item for me. I would really have to train my eye because I glaze over dolls a lot. So this wouldn't stand out to me as a $300, $400, $500 item. Maybe some of you watching here would notice this, but they're gonna miss this. $7, $4.99. They're not gonna catch it. This one sold for $650. That's crazy, and it is not an anomaly. So here's another one from the 1950s, $200. Here's the one we just looked at, $320. This one got 42 bids. Unbelievable. $50 just for the outfit. Insane. Here she is with no outfit, $87. $103 for another outfit. I mean, $400 here. Train your eye to find this. And you know, again, like if I shoot up to Goodwill, this is one of the things I'm going to be looking for because I have in my brain, there's a spot of like $15 just stacked on top of each other right now at the store that I would probably go to. So maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe some of you will get lucky as well. You can certainly end up finding these at estate sales, but you know, they're going to check and they're going to do their homework on that. So you might have to pay up a little bit, maybe second day, third day if they're turning up. 1950 sissy doll from Madame Alexander. You're in the money when you find it. We'll move on to the next one. Hey, it's Christmas. So, ceramic, like Christmas trees, like the Atlantic molds of the world, that shouldn't be a surprise BOLO to anybody. If it is, make sure you're paying attention to the ceramic trees if you see them coming out on the cards at the stores because they're worth a lot of money. This one, however, sits at about 24 inches. It is 3 pieces, so it's the tree itself, the base, and I believe the star is the third piece that they're considering. And this thing sold for $405 with an additional $130 in shipping. This is from 1973. We'll take a look at the mold, the stamp. Here you go, right there. You can see 1973. I like how the light sits in and doesn't protrude up because the contraption that you stick it in can bend a little bit, and that gets kind of annoying. So this one was built well, but yeah, and they even showed that there were a couple of lights broken. No big deal. It was worth $405 to somebody with an additional $130 in shipping. Is just crazy. But and I'm not going to go through the recent solds on ceramic Christmas trees because everybody should know that by now. So hopefully you do too. Atlantic Mold is definitely a company that you want to look for when you are sourcing ceramic trees. Most of them are going to be that variety when you find them anyway. I think even Walmart has a brand of ceramic trees in their stores right now. So even the new guys are catching on. So we'll move on to the next one. Now, when you're sourcing cast iron, Lodge, you can kind of pass on a lot of Lodge, but Griswold and Wagner, keep your eyes peeled. Do a double take for sure. I just sold a Wagner cast iron pan for $125. It sold in less than 12 hours. I knew it would. I have another one in my inventory listed for $75 that I just recently found. So here I am complaining that I didn't find anything today, like pouting. I've found plenty of good stuff recently, so don't listen to me. Or do listen to me, just don't let me bellyache about it. Anyway, Griswold, the 717 11-inch 717, you can see it here, Griswold, number 11. This bad boy was restored and it sold for $488.88. Griswold is a BOLO for sure. This is the 717 11, number 11. How many have we sold here? So 23 in the last 90 days. Best offer right here, $450 right here, $201 here, $95 here. When they say they have the heat ring, this is the ring around the bottom of the cast iron pan. You can see it again right here, a little bit more clear. Each one of these looks like it has the heat ring. It's the keyword you can use. I don't know if it's necessary. When somebody knows what they're getting, they know what they're getting. But anything to maybe help you in search, you can use that keyword as well. But you're in the money for sure when you find that number 11, 717 from Griswold. So pay attention to that for sure. And we'll move on to the last one, no, this is the second last one. So if you find a 1965 Beatles thermos and lunchbox, you're gonna make a lot of money. This guy is a bolo for sure. Let's take a look at the pictures. Look at how young they are. My goodness, isn't that something else? This is in really, really well preserved condition. These pictures are terrible, Bo. Like, buyer, get it together. Even though the item is so rare, it really doesn't matter. And yeah, this thing sold for $1,275. I believe this is the top of the market. Shout out to you, Mefo Rick, for getting that price. It is, oh, I lied. It sold for almost $1,100, but I still think that is at the absolute top of the market. So here's the sale there, $637 for just the lunchbox. Here's a pair that sold for $700. So this is the seller that I'm focused on for sure. They priced theirs aggressive, and aggressive on the high side, not aggressive competitively. But yeah, that's how I would do it. So if you find it, price yours at $1,300 and then take an offer of $1,150 or $1,200 when you find it. Something like that. That's what I would do. Yeah, that's it. We're on to the last one. Ladies and gentlemen, someone paid $3,525 for a Zippo lighter. Unbelievable. And it was bid 76 times. So this is a vintage from the 1930s Zippo lighter. It has some like Masonic logo or emblem on it. Let me maximize this for you. Heavily scratched up, but I think that's probably because of the image. It probably doesn't look that scratched up when it's in your hands. Number 32, I don't know what significance that has. Masonic temples always seem so like weird and conspiratorial, and I don't really know what goes on there. But anyway, yeah, picture of the back. This is a engine-turned Zippo, and according to the seller, it was one of the earliest engine-turned Zippo lighters ever made. There's the year 1936. Unbelievable. $3,525. Ladies and gentlemen, get up off of your behind. Stop watching me. Go to the stores. Go find some deals. Make some money. Brendan here, Dad Planet. If you've got a bolo similar, make sure you send me an email, dadplanetofficial@gmail.com. If I like it, I'll feature it. And if you are not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed if you want to see more content like this, because I'm going to record it regardless. So you might as well just get notified the minute I go live. Anyway, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.